Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez back again. I have some more prints from images from Christine Bilby Photography in Australia. As you may know, I'm a huge fan of her work, and she specializes in portraiture of women and does an amazing job with these models. But she also has another little sideline that she specializes in, and I will show you those after I introduce you to Emma. And here she is. Amazing portrait. Let me hold this at the proper angle so that you can get the best view. She is like a vision coming out of that dark background. That's all I can say. In order to achieve something like that, especially on a dark, almost black background, is to light it properly, especially since she's wearing a black dress. If you do not light it properly, she will just blend in and disappear against that black background. But you could just see the edges of her figure delineated against that black background, and it is perfect. I did do one silly little thing, and I zoomed into her face in Photoshop, and I actually dodged her catch lights on her eyes to make them a little bit more prominent. That makes me immediately just go, phew. Remember the saying, young ladies, look here, not here. Catch lights. That's what attract the vision of the viewer right to the face of the model. So that's all I did. Everything else is all you, young lady. It is fabulous. I am in love with your work. Wow. Let's go on to the other facet of Miss Christine's work. She actually excels at landscape photography as well. But you know, when you live in Australia, anywhere you point the camera, how about that? Now I have the actual names of the locations here for those of you who live in Australia. I believe this is the Cleveland Old Jetty Pier. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I will put this here so that I can not make a fool of myself. Wow, just gorgeous. And she told me that the sunsets are just like that over there. So must be the southern hemisphere is blessed with better sunsets than we get up in the northern half. Again, beautifully done. I like the fact that the shutter speed is slow enough to allow the water to look silky because of the motion of the water, and yet it is sharp. Any objects that were not moving are sharp. So she may have used a tripod, which would be the smart thing to do. And by the way, it is level. The horizon is level. Okay, this has got to be the dam, the Mugira Dam. I love that name, if I could only pronounce it correctly. This is so subtle. I could overdo this in post-processing, but I left it alone. This is just lovely. By the way, the noise you hear, I'm printing some prints of my own now from my home country, Puerto Rico, and I'm going to show you those in my next video. Hope you enjoy those. Anyway, this is lovely. I love the rocky shore. Look at the moss growing on there. Oh my gosh. Just beautiful. And what is that? It is a boat. Oh, I missed that earlier. I did not see that. Looks like a volcano. Holy cow. I don't know what it is, but it is majestically beautiful. Makes me want to go. I really have to go to Australia. Spend like a month there. Okay. Ah, this is lovely. This is the Wellington Point, I believe. And she can correct me if I mismatched the locations. And I don't know who this child is, but it's perfectly posed. I love the effect. It's just great. Sunset over here, figure over here, water is radiating out. What more can you ask for? But have a look at that graduated sky without any banding. The Pro 1 kills this. It just kills it. All right, let's go look at what else do we have here. Oh my goodness. Again, I believe this is also Wellington Point, maybe. I did crop this, and I'll tell you why. I love the fact that this figure was almost in the center. So I actually moved it toward the center even more. I didn't want to take off too much of this end here, however. So it looks beautiful. This is really cool. I mean, I know you post this, but it is amazing. And it took me a while to figure out, wait a minute, that's a figure. And what is the figure holding? Is that a baby? Oh my gosh. It blew me away when I saw that. Man, very, very nice. Again, I did no editing whatsoever. These are straight off from the Dropbox into Q Image. Love it, love it, love it. And the last one, it's a very wide angle, almost fisheye shot of some countryside. Gorgeous tree. We love trees. You know that. And the thing that I love the most is your shadow. There you are. There you are right there. Awesome. You did not crop yourself out. That's awesome. Normally that's a no-no, but in this case it is a winner. The curvature of the fisheye effect of the lens just adds to this. I did crop a little bit because there was a little bit more ground up here. So I cropped it so that, actually no, I rotated it to diminish that effect, and I got it as best as I could so that the tree doesn't look tilted. But basically this is your image. I really did not do anything else to it, and it is lovely. All right, that is it. Please keep them coming. Keep them coming. These are awesome. I will actually treasure these. I'll put them in my box. Most of the other stuff that I do, especially the stuff that I download, that just goes in a pile. But those will go in a box. I will keep those forever. All right, that's it for now. I will be back in the next video with my Puerto Rico pictures, and I hope you enjoy those. Also, some photos from the local islands that are part of the Puerto Rico mainland, mainly Vieques and Culebra. Culebra means snake, and Vieques is one of the larger islands that used to have a military base, and it's no longer there. They kind of closed it down because of the maneuvers that were causing too much damage to the local ecological situation there. So they are no longer there, and people are actually moving into the island and living offshore to the main island. So thank you once again. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Until the next time, happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.